Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are continuing our slow grinding progress against Ukraine. And what do we want here? Aggressive patrol patterns or reduced acoustic signature? To be honest, aggressive patrol patterns will work. So that seems good, and then we can start working on the helicopter. Why not? Seems fine. We can also work on the multi-charge large caliber gun. Seems good. And we can get a military industrial organization trait. No choice here. We've just got improved light mounting available. There are no other choices available here that I can see. Yeah, I don't think so. So that's all fine, and we were lapping around over this direction, attempting to get a line to here, and then from there we start wrapping this way, is the idea. So that would be fine if we can pull it off. The question is, can we pull it off? If we can attack here, that's a huge deal. They have a lot of forces right up over here, and right now, it's a bit tough for us. Mountain Infantry 3 has finished up, and we also are finding ourselves in a position where, yeah, our production lines are needing a lot of steel. No doubt about that. So we could try to change our current naval setup. That is an option. And we could try to deal with their naval interdiction. So we know that a lot of this is coming from the United States of America, right? And to that end, it's probably flowing over the Atlantic like this and coming into our trade port over here. Probably. But that's a lot of coverage. Yeah, we can see this is the trade route right here. So that's a lot of coverage, and maybe we don't actually want to do that right now. It's something to think about, for sure, going forward. I want to check in on our number of tanks needed, about 9,000. Okay. So that's definitely noted. We're not making a lot of progress up here right now, and we know that that's going to be complicated for us to take. So one thing I'm wondering right now is, might we be better off trying to cut off over this direction and bypassing this area? Potentially. That might be a better route for us. And to that end, we can definitely think about that with an attack down this direction instead. I want to see where these guys are going to end up. They're shuffling a lot of troops through this area. Okay. If we can take this, though, that's actually an absolutely huge deal. Because if we look at their logistics, they've got a logistics hub here. They've got a hub back here, back here, back here. But this logistics hub serves this entire area. There's also this logistics hub right here that we would absolutely love to have. We can try launching an all-out attack here. I highly doubt this will be successful. No. It was actually kind of close. But for the time being, we'll hold off on that. So that's definitely noted. They're still trying to attack us up over here. And keep in mind, they still have manpower of 0. They're still on limited conscription. I'm not sure that they can actually go up above limited conscription. So that's very good for us. That means that every casualty we inflict is more painful to them than it is to us. And they've taken more losses than we have. And Bahrain's not in this. Let's call in Bahrain, who I think has capitulated. I don't think that actually matters, but there we go. That'll do. So we're working our way through this area over here. I think as long as we're patient, slow grinding progress is acceptable. I'd love for these tanks to launch an attack down here, but that's just not going to be successful at this time. So we'll hold off on that for now. We could think about attempting to push in over this way. If we could cut off these guys and push from this direction as well, that would be useful. But I would much prefer to come down here, wrap around, and push this way, cutting off their access to the coast. That would be the dream. So I think what we need to do is we need to take our tank unit that's over here. That's this unit. And we need to change this attack order. Its attack order is now to offensive line. I don't want it to go quite like that. Like that. No, that's not the way I want it to go. I want it to go the opposite direction. I want to have this be a concave line, not a convex line. Which I know is awkward, but that is what I want. So what if instead we push down like this? I hate that filling. Okay, that's not the line I'm going for here. I guess we can do that. We can also give this guy a trait, and this is just a defensive trait. I guess that's fine. Okay, so we're going to start pressuring here, and if we can take this, that's actually huge. So pressuring here is not a bad idea. So if we can whittle this down, taking this would reduce the supply here considerably. And I think they are realizing the threat here. They're moving additional forces in here because this is a logistics hub right here. This is why we built this logistics hub, because we failed to take this one. And this logistics hub services basically this entire region, right? And that's very significant. Speaking of which, I do want to continue to work on our defenses here for our intel. There we go. Okay, basic cruiser armor scheme, sure. We're just cruising our way through all of this research for now. That's okay. Hang on, they're retreating here. Are we actually moving into this? We are. Surely they're not going to let us take this. That's insane. Absolutely bonkers. So these guys are on their way in, and they will arrive and hold here. Yeah, these forces are in retreat. That's understood. We've got this pretty under lock and key at this moment. So the railway over here is a problem. We need this railway to be properly connected into our network. I'm just going to do that for right now. Yeah, there's this railway here, but it's converting to our gauge. It's okay. We're going to get this motorized up, and at this point we can see these guys are in a dire position because their nearest supplies are all the way back here. Yeah, their supplies are going to be not going to be great right now. So if we look at this fill-in, it's okay. It's okay. It's not exactly what I'd love to see, but it'll do for now. So if we can take here, again, that's a very significant thing. And I'm interested in at least pressuring this area a little bit. So let's see if we can do that. And in the meantime, I want to check in up over this direction. What do we have going on up here? Looks like not very much. Okay. Well, we'll just proceed for now, and this is absolutely fine. We are content with having this be a stalemate. Absolutely 100%. So this is actually a monumental game at this moment. Yeah, it seems like we don't get very much out of it, but we actually get a lot out of it. That allows us the ability to pressure down here. And if we can take this supply hub as well, that is unspeakably huge. So that's definitely something to consider here. We have a new technology available to research. We'll do the 40 heavy ship. That'll be fine. Okay, so down this direction, the question is, are we going to take here anytime soon? They have a lot of forces here, and this is mountains. But their supplies are low. So it's a hard maybe. I'm going to launch an attack here. Never mind. I just wanted to probe that and see what that would look like. That is a mountain province, so it's tough to attack there. And we're not really pressuring very much down over this direction right now, but taking this supply hub is a very big deal for us. I want to check in on our tanks. Yikes. Okay. So our production efficiency will continue to increase. But our big problem right now is lack of steel. That said, there's a mine right here that produces a lot of steel. So if we can take that, that might solve at least part of our steel problem. What's our steel deficit right now? It's not going to solve all of our steel problem, but it's going to alleviate it somewhat. And we might be able to work on developing it as well. We don't have any development that we can do of any of this right now, but we should be working on exhorting heroism and bolstering spirits. Okay, so that seems good. And for the moment, I think we're just going to chill here right now. We're whittling this down a little bit, and we're potentially interested in attacking from here as well. Okay. I'm definitely interested in whittling these troops down. There's only so much that they can do, right? We also see that they've weakened their presence here. I'm going to launch an attack here with our tanks, and I'm going to support it with these infantry. Again, if we can take this, that's absolutely enormous. It didn't go so well. We'll let this unit retreat out of here. It's leaving right now. And then we'll try this again. Tanks are absolutely a bit of an issue for us. There's no doubt about that. We had a free factory there, but apparently it's no longer a thing. Sounds good. So we're going to be attacking right over here again. This time there's only 2 units here. I feel like we need more force here. I'm pulling these tanks down. We're winning this, but we need to win it faster. Okay. We gave up on it. And I'm just waiting for these tanks to arrive. You guys need to not be going away, and you're not. Okay, perfect. They're moving in an additional unit here. That's understood. We need to launch this attack again, and we need to support the attack. These tanks will be arriving shortly, and they will join in on this attack. They're trying to move reinforcements in here, and that's fine for the moment. We do have these 2 infantry divisions. They will be assigned to various understrength infantry armies, so that sounds good. This battle is still going on here. They're trying to bring in reinforcements. Actually, they're not trying to bring in reinforcements. They really should. They have to hold this. If they don't hold this, it's kind of over. Keep attacking. I don't know why you gave up on that attack. We just need to keep coming in here. So now they're trying to bring in reinforcements, but those reinforcements are not going to be sufficient. They actually stopped. And it's ours. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to have one of these forces be heading down this direction. Now, they're probably retreating down that way, and that's understood. That's absolutely fine. I want to check in here. Okay, so we do need to get that hub like this. I want to get a rail line like that, and then also upgrade this, and also upgrade this while we're at it. Cool. So their supplies in this area just went from bad to worse. They've got this down here, they've got this over here, but this is looking very bad for them. We need to move in forces over this way, of course, and get them to stop attacking us here. That's the current mission. Okay, so we have a unit coming in over this way, and the idea is for this unit to come down here like this and put up a line at this river. So we'll see how that goes, and this is definitely working broadly. Okay, these guys are on their way into here. That seems good. It seems like they're not very interested in contesting across this river. So that means we're going to get a supply hub here, and that also means that we now have control over this mine. That's a very big deal. Can we develop that mine? No, but that is at least giving us 30 additional steel, which isn't enough, but it'll help anyway. So steel is definitely a distinct issue. There's no doubt about that. And we'll continue to work on this for now. Now, this order definitely needs to be eliminated at this moment. I want this order to be redrawn to be simply that. That's the goal right now. So we're going to launch that, and that seems good. This unit is just going to head down here, grab this logistics hub, and we're going to have to convert that railway gauge, but that's okay. So they just lost a large amount of their supplies over in this area, and that's a very big deal for them. I'm going to grab this rocket artillery upgrade. We're just kind of filling out the tree at this point. It's fine. I'm not too concerned about anything in particular. Okay. So there's all of that good to go. We're heading down here and grabbing this. We, of course, have forces heading in to help defend over here. So now that we're getting reoriented over this way, everything is looking great. This supply hub is not yet connected. We'll motorize that once it is connected. And this will need to be upgraded to a level 5. And on this next day tick, this gauge will be converted. There we go. We'll get that upgraded to a level 5 as well. This will receive a connection momentarily. And we'll be able to start supply flow down over here. Okay, that's not exactly how I want that fill-in to go, but it'll work for now. So what I'd really like to do here is just wait, I think. We need to chill a little bit. I think that's our biggest thing that we need down in this direction right now. So with that in mind, if we're going to be chilling for a little bit, then we'll just leave this be, and we'll just let them continue to work through their issues. Or not, as the case ends up being, because they have no manpower, and over the course of this war, they've lost... Oh, wow, they lost another 1 million men since we last looked. This is going very badly for them. Okay, so in that case, what we're doing is working absolutely fine. I think we just keep doing what we're doing, and... We keep just slowly grinding away at this. This is working very well. So this is all under our control down over here, and this supply hub is now beginning to supply in this area. So we know that their supplies are not non-existent, but they're minimal. We know that they're getting supplies here and here, but those are only level 1 naval bases. Our goal right now, of course, is to drive up to this line. But we are resisted on every front here by a pretty sizable number of enemies. But if we were able to attack here, something like... Really? There's no connection here? Oh, okay. That's kind of wacky. If we were to attack here, it's not going to go well. In that case, we should probably think about attacking down over this direction. But our attacks are honestly kind of going best right here. Let's help out with that. Their supplies are definitely dire up in this specific spot. They're not so bad down this way, but we know that their manpower is rough, and we've got a lot of manpower left. So if we check here, we can see, yeah, they lost another 100,000 men since we last checked. They're taking huge losses. This is unsustainable for them by a wide margin. I have no idea how they're losing that many men, but they absolutely are. So we definitely want to take, like, I guess Panther Expert will be fine here. This guy can get Infantry Specialist. Is he an Infantry Commander? He is. Okay, that's fine. And he's also going to get Infantry Expert. So that sounds good. We've got this guy out over here. He can grab Infantry Expert as well, and then he can be an Infantry Specialist. This guy can be an Infantry Specialist and can also be an Infantry Expert. That's going to get us a lot more attack power out of a lot of these infantry, and that's very good. So I want to grab our infantry army that's down here. That's this one. And we're going to have them also be on the same offensive line. So they're going to be doing the same thing. We're currently actually winning this attack here. That is with these guys attacking. Barely winning, but, well, it's actually undecided. But this is okay. We will continue to work on this. If we can drive them out of this position, again, that's an absolutely huge scenario. Very, very delightful for us. The rest of this front, not very much going on, but this is absolutely fine. Up over here, we're still continuing to just slowly grind away at this. We're not making land progress, but we're absolutely making organization progress here. Like, look at this. These guys are struggling to get these armies filled. So that's very, very good. They're out of manpower. They're suffering a severe manpower shortage at this moment. And that just means that we just got to keep going. A lot of the forces that we're facing down here are not Ukrainian. They're Ukrainian subject forces. And that's why they're not seeing the same issues with manpower. If we take a look at, say, Ukrainian East Africa here, we can see that they've got a lot of manpower on hand. So that's why we're struggling a little bit down here. But at the same time, if we can get rid of their colonial possessions in Africa, that's where their strength is right now. They will quite thoroughly collapse when we focus our full force on them up over here once we have their colonial possessions under control. So that's pretty much what we've got going on here. These are from Ukrainian East Africa here, so like I said, we know for a fact that they've got a lot of manpower. But they're also on scraping the barrel. So there's that. Okay, let's get some of these technologies going here. The 1936 carrier will be absolutely fine. We already got all that armor scheme there. We can certainly get this. There we go. And the 1940 destroyer, why not? And let's also work on, I guess, the small caliber semi-armor piercing shell. Okay. So we're just slowly grinding our way through this. I want these guys to continue to attack here, and actually, I think that we should just commit to this at this moment. Yeah. We'll need more commits here, for sure, but I think that this is the right call. I think we just push them out here, and that'll be a big deal. We're about to get that cavalry unit to retreat. Perfect. They're starting to retreat. I actually don't think that we need to order anyone else to commit to this. I think this is over. I don't think they can keep this up. So that looks good. And I want to check in again up on this front. I'm looking at manpower numbers here. And I'm thinking it's actually not bad. Okay. Their manpower is beginning to degrade on that front. I think we made progress over here. Yes, we did make progress over here. And we're continuing to make a little grinding progress over this way. So we're beginning to push them back over here. And this is due to their manpower shortage. So that's actually wonderful. That's not even part of the plan. That's just a bonus. I like it. So they're still trying to hold out over here. We're going to toss a few more units into this for sure. Keep attacking. They're trying to reinforce this and continue to hold out, but this is a very bad spot for them to be because they don't have supplies here. So the rest of this front is not particularly attackable for us at this moment. So there's that. This force down here, though, they're kind of weak. So that's interesting. I want to check in on our tank count. Ooh, 9716, 9788. Okay. Our tank count is slipping, and a lot of that is because we just finished up these 3 tanks, to be fair. But we'll get them heading on down. That'll be okay. And next up, we can grab this, and we can grab this. Perfect. Okay, so this attack is still ongoing over here. These guys stopped attacking, which is a big part of the reason why this attack hasn't gone quite as far as we might have liked. And we have more reinforcements on the way over here as well. We'll get these guys heading in here. Just continue to commit to this. We do have these 2 infantry divisions. We'll get them out over this way. Perfect. And we've got additional tank units, of course, on their way down to here. Oh, this is very close to falling. They do have more reinforcements on their way over, but this attack is stopping them, at least momentarily. Commit to this. Hard commit. As much as you can. Ukraine broke our ciphers again. We can continue to work on our passive defense for now. Yeah, they just keep moving additional reinforcements in here, but we're whittling them down. We can see that their organization is definitely starting to decay along this front, and that is a very, very good sign. We want to continue to attack heavily out over here. I'm giving it a moment for these guys to recover a little bit. As long as our generals are continuing to pressure here, I'm okay with this. Yeah, we're going to lose these fights. That's fine. I don't mind it. They are bringing more reinforcements in up over here. So maybe we should stop the attack here for now. Well, just whatever the generals want to do here. Stop ordering a deliberate attack here, is what I'm intending to say. I don't know. I really feel like we could take this. Did they just retreat? They just retreated. Okay, so that's it. We have it then. These tanks are on their way in. They're going to hold this front right here. And the enemy can't do anything about this. So this army really shouldn't be spread out this much. I'm going to edit their front line, which goes down to here, of all places. And I just want it up over here. There we go. Cool. So for now, that's fine. We're going to want them to cover this entire gap. But for the moment, this looks good. I'd like to launch an attack here now. And I'm going to bring these guys in here, and these infantry are going to support it. If we can cut this off, that's huge. Because that cuts off the reinforcement flow here. They have to go all the way around if they want to go from one side to the other. So to that end, I'm going to have these guys launch an attack here. If they succeed that, we would be delighted. And it looks like they are succeeding. This is actually ridiculous. We're suddenly making insane gains over here. I mean, in comparison to what we were doing, right? Okay, so it looks like we managed to take this position, and that alone is enormous. So now our mission is to finish this up, and then we'll refocus down on this front, is the idea. So we want to take this spot. I want to make sure that we're going to build land forts here. We want to make it almost impossible to dislodge us from this position. And there's also infrastructure over here that should really be built, and we'll get that going. Okay. So this attack is going pretty well over here right now. Commit to this. We've just about got this under control. So this is about at the line where we want it to be. They're about to retreat here. And any moment now. There. It just fell. Perfect. So these guys, they don't need to move up here. What we need now is... Okay, there's no divisions assigned up here. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So we want these 9 divisions to hold right here. And we want to start building land forts right there. Now this tank unit is currently retreating, and they just kind of teleported there. That's awkward. Can we push them back out of there? That'd be nice. Everybody get in here. No? They definitely just kind of teleported there. Well, let's assist this. Why are there... Oh, this is part of the offensive line. Okay, I gotcha. So some of their units are beginning to retreat here, but they got there so fast after our tank unit retreated. That was wild. Regardless, we can still take this, and we shall. We shall take this. So we're in a much better position now, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will get this taken over, and that will allow us to begin our sweep up the coast. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge Estiel, Spock, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.